Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here. It is January 1st, 2023. And this is the first time I've said that out loud. So it is probably about maybe 5:36-ish. We just got done doing a few chores, and I'm going to sit here and do a bit of loom knitting. I'm making another hat, of course. What else do I love to do? I know I keep saying I'm going to make something other than hats, and I do step away for a short bit, and then I'm right back at it. Y'all know how I am. So anyway, we really haven't been doing too much. We both had colds. We woke up, I think it was Friday morning. I woke up with such a horrible head cold. It was just incredible. So, and Brad had already been fighting one, so we, just kind of laid low and, nursed our colds, did what we had to do, and, put the rest off for another day. Feeling much better, so is Brad. You know, got the eucalyptus wax melts going, which helps for us. I know some people it doesn't help, but it really helps us with the congestion. It's really going around in this state and North Carolina. Seems to be a whole new surge of COVID going around. So everybody be extra careful about where you're going and what you're doing and the exposure you're giving yourself. I'm not one here to tell you guys what to do or anything. You have to do whatever you're comfortable with. But yeah, I've noticed that a lot of really bad cold and flu going around, and there's some new cases of COVID, going around, a resurgence. I'm doing a video, so behave yourself. Brad come walking in here. He got done vacuuming the kitchen floor. So, yeah, we're going to get ready to watch a movie. We watched a really good movie last night called Inheritance on Netflix. That was really, if you like thrillers, and you like it, plot twists and stuff, you'll like this movie. It was very good. And we're getting ready to watch The Gray Man. Is that what we're going to watch? No. What was it?
I don't remember.
Got Woody Harrelson in it.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot remember what it was called.
I don't either.
The Man from Toronto? Is that what it's called?
Maybe. I'll look it up.
So anyway, we're going to watch that in a little bit. I just got done doing my weekly pills. Brad's going to do his. And like I said, we just got done. I did dishes, started some laundry, started some rice, clean up the kitchen. Brad took down some of the Christmas stuff outside. That's how far behind we are, y'all. We never have Christmas stuff up until, a day or two after Christmas. It's down. We were sick enough, we don't even have it down. But he got part of the outside stuff down. The rest of it, like the inflatables, he had to drape over chairs to let them dry before we put them away for the season. But like I said, we're feeling much better. We didn't do anything last night. Brad made 7-layer dip. I was going to make it, but I had to take water pills, and I had to do some other stuff back here. I had to clean the back. I had stripped up our beds and remade them and cleaned the bathroom and this room. And Brad was making the 7-layer dip and doing some other stuff out there, and it was excellent. Now, you guys wonder what 7-layer dip is, and I know most of y'all know this, but for some of you that might not know it, it is what I call a Mexican 7-layer dip. Traditionally, you have the refried beans, then your seasoned hamburger meat, whatever kind of ground meat you want, or I guess you could use The Man from Toronto is that movie we're getting ready to watch. I guess you could use even shredded or chopped meat of your choice. Salsa. We put sour cream, guacamole, shredded cheese, lettuce, tomato, and onion, and black olive. Now, this year was a game changer because we decided refried beans. I don't know why. I don't know if they have some women who've gone on strike because Stompin' needs to make the refried beans, but refried beans have gone up so high. We already had canned beans, so we really like the black beans. So Brad used black beans instead of the refried beans. We bought a thing of the nacho cheese sauce, the mild, because we're not spice lovers, so not the super hot. That cheese sauce, y'all, that nacho cheese sauce was a game changer. He made the very best 7-layer dip, or many layer dip that I've ever had. It was excellent, and that really brought it all together. He did use the salsa, and then he used everything else plus a can of corn. Because we kind of liked it. We kind of found that we kind of like some corn in with our Mexican stuff, like a salsa and stuff. We really love that. So we made it, the rest of it the traditional way. And it was, then you have it with tortilla chips. Or you could have it, if you wanted to have it like, make it like a burrito. You could do a number of different things. But the thing is, the longer you let it chill, the longer you let them spices and ingredients marry with each other, the better it is. It is always so much better the next day. Like we had some for lunch today, and it was even better. So because we had so much of that left, what happened yesterday too was I've become very lactose intolerant, and I forgot to take Lactaid before I ate any of the 7-layer dip, and I paid the price. You guys don't need to know the rest of it, but I definitely paid the price. So I was not feeling well. So I had just a cup of noodles for dinner. What did you had more 7-layer dip. We just kind of snacked on stuff. But since we had so much of it left, I didn't make the lasagna I was going to make today. I'll make it tomorrow. Not a big deal. We try not to have too many leftovers at one time in the fridge, because what happens is then you end up not eating all your leftovers, so then you end up throwing away. So I'll make that, and we woke up kind of late, so I'll make that tomorrow. So that'll be great. And then Tuesday it'll be even better. Lasagna is definitely one of those dishes that always seems to be better when it's reheated. So yeah, we just kind of watched TV, kind of messed around with stuff. We did get those tablets for Christmas, and I can't remember which ones they were. They're the 10.1 inch.
Yeah. I don't remember.
They were on special. I think regularly they're like maybe $100. We got on special. It was like 67. Well, by the time we ordered them, they'd gone up to 71. Yeah. But excellent tablets. We didn't need anything fancy at all. We didn't. We're just gonna play a few games on there. Like I like the bingo games and that kind of stuff. The stuff you can find on Facebook and stuff. And do some Facebook and watch some Netflix or Hulu or something. We didn't need anything more than that. Answer a few emails. So, but the bigger screen, and I'm thinking about you, Carol. Because as we all get older, I'm not just singling her out, but as we all get older, we all get old eyes, I call it. Some days my eyes are particularly old. But as we get older, it's harder to see stuff. I laughed when I was a kid. My grandmother would always have me read the little print, the fine print on everything, because she couldn't see. Yeah. I can understand now. But please forgive because it's got fingerprints all over, but let's see. It's kind of funny how this bigger screen makes such a big difference. But it does. This is a Smart Life within reach. I don't know what kind this was. Can you look it up, honey, to tell me what kind it is that we bought?
I would love to.
It's through Amazon. It's not the Amazon though, the Fire or anything. But it is nice and large. It's nice to lay in bed if you're having trouble sleeping and could fall asleep to it. We got a case for Brad's, and well, mine too. Mine hasn't come in yet, but Brad got one so you can do it on stands and stuff. But it loads everything nicely. Let me pull up one little quick. Let's see. I'll pull up my Bubbles IQ just so you guys can see what a difference it makes. A bigger screen. It really does make. If you enjoy playing things like I love Bubbles IQ. If you like a game that's kind of like shooting bubbles and stuff, you'll like that one. I love Wordscapes. That's a lot of fun. Brad and I both play that. Anything that keeps your mind really going is good. The bingo, even though you can say, oh yeah, bingo, it keeps the reaction time, and I think that's really important. What else? We play a lot of solitaire games. We both like the solitaire games, I'm thinking about getting into some other card games on here and stuff, but then I don't want to get too many games going because this is taking forever to load. Oh, I know why, because I still have it on airplane mode. That's why. Hang on just a second. I put mine on airplane mode when I'm not using it because it makes the battery life last longer. Okay. Now go back to... There we go. There you are. But did you find it yet?
I did.
Do you want to...
The brand name on it is OKC. It's spelled OKAYSEA. Quad core processor. It runs Android 10.0 OS, and I've got an old tablet that I've had for several years, and this old tablet, if you're going to do anything online, you got to start about half an hour ahead because you got to turn it on, and then you have to try to get the Wi-Fi hooked up. And then if you're using headphones, you got to wait till those get hooked up.
And old days, those of you that are in same age range as we are, and you'd have the old console TV that you need to turn on about a half a day before you wanted to watch it to warm it up. Because we had one of those when we were first married, right, honey?
Yep.
My grandmother had given it to us, and it would. In fact, we just got where minute we woke up, we turned it on. So the kids could watch cartoons in an hour, because but so here, anyway, I was going to show you guys, come on, okay, thank you, all the props. Why is it that way? Well, because I have to have it this way. Just don't even pay, Brad, leave me alone.
I didn't say a word, sweetie.
See how much bigger it makes, like this game. It makes it much more enjoyable. This will pair up with your wireless headphones nicely. Because Brad and I kind of take turns. One of us will watch the big TV and one of us will watch the tablet. Well, now we've kind of been arguing about nobody wants to watch the big TV sometimes because we want to kick back and relax. Basically, Brad with his horrible back pain. Wants to kick back and relax and, be able to get his feet up and get his back adjusted and stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that. I will try to remember to put a link in. If I don't remember to put a link to this tablet, and I'm not a paid sponsor or anything, then please remind me and we will put a link into the Amazon what we bought. But it was a good for how much are they running right now?
I don't know.
But for under $100, it's a good price point because most of y'all are gonna, if you're our age range and stuff too, you're not gonna be. I didn't want to load that right now. Thank you very much.
$74.99.
$74.99, which is a good price still. And if you're not wanting to put a ton of money into a tablet. I have a tablet. It's smaller. And yeah,
Mhm.
it's a smaller one, and it's a Fire. There's nothing wrong with it really. I may wipe it clean, and we were talking about wiping it clean and probably donating it, like maybe to a homeless shelter or something like that. Actually, we're going to take it down to senior center and see if somebody wanted it there, because a lot of seniors are, very strapped for money and don't have money for that. So we were going to do that. So, there's always a way to recycle. Do you want something you would
Yeah.
say? You,
I'm thinking.
oh,
A couple.
why
a
are
couple
you doing
things,
that?
Cause.
Because.
A couple things I really like about this is it has a way that you can link it to your smartphone. And all the programs that you have on your smartphone, you can upload those to the tablet. And it took us
About a day and
probably,
a half.
yeah, it took us about 36 hours.
But we have a lot of programs on
Yeah,
our phone.
and and it's nice because I haven't gone into my pictures, but it's like
Pictures.
by Netflix and Hulu and YouTube and all of that other stuff. I don't have to go in and download the program separately.
Right.
It's just all there.
But it's really nice because anything, that's on your phone is on there now. And
Yeah.
so it's very nice. We haven't messed with the camera program at all or anything.
Not
Obviously,
yet.
I'm still recording off my cell phone, but it's nice. That was our Christmas present
Hmm.
to each other. Is the same. And you guys would laugh. I don't know if you noticed if you were looking at the back of my tablet. I needed some way to mark it, and I didn't have anything else handy, so I put a Band-Aid on the back of it. It's a clean one. It's never been used, but that way, because we have the same, and we didn't have cases, and Brad got his case in, and I'll get mine in next week. Because, gosh, those tablets are so slick and stuff without a case and without screen protector. I know we're just going to end up,
Yep.
Well,
and one of the a couple of things I do not like about Amazon, the Fire tablets, is they restrict you on any kind of programs that you want or apps that you want. You have to download the Amazon apps. You can't just randomly put on other apps that you may like. So,
yes. Yeah, I noticed that with my Amazon Fire tablet, yeah.
yeah, because there's a couple of the apps that I really like, and one is Google Earth.
Yeah.
And it won't let you download Google Earth. And because I've found it's cool because I've been able to look at my my grandmother passed away probably 96 or 98, and it's cool because I can still go look at her house in Hawaii while sitting in North Carolina. And I got a genealogy from my Chinese side, and it goes back 27 generations, and it's cool because I
Doing a wet wipe for that?
no, I got the name of the city that my ancestors were originally from in China, and I was actually able to go look at that city.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And I love Google Earth, but the Amazon Fire won't let you download Google Earth.
And I don't think that's right at all, but I think a lot of different ones depends on what you get. iPhone,
Yeah.
Really restrictive from what I know. Don't come after me, iPhone lovers, because I never had one, so I'm just talking out my rear end. We all know that, okay? I gave you, there was an extra pill bottle I threw over there, and there was a couple empty ones, too.
Okay, yep, I got them.
I want to show you guys real quick. This is just going to be kind of a chat, so hope you guys don't mind. This is how I keep my extra pill bottles or my extra meds that I'm only going to use once a week when I put them in my thing. But that way they're kind of separate, And this is how we keep the... Oh, this is the one I was saying. Okay, extra one. Oh. Sorry, sorry, babe. It
Good
came
shadow
down there.
plane.
I'm trying to mute this. I'll just do that. I had it on pause and it started playing. How we keep the bulk of our vitamins and stuff is, I know this isn't anything fancy, but like this, and this, you see like the B, the bottom, obviously that's Brad's medication, and the T's obviously is mine. And then we even keep the diabetic supplies and stuff in here. But it's just an easy way to keep track of it all. I'll usually do my pills first while Brad's finishing up stuff. And then he'll do his. And that's what he's getting ready to do. Can I hand this to you while I still have it? My little paws. There you go.
Thank you, baby.
It's just an easier way to do it. And that way we can put that up for the whole week. I only need one prescription called in,
Okay.
by the way.
Okay.
Excuse me. So anyway, nice day out today. It was like 67 or something like that. Very nice out. Dogs are all doing great. Just happy as can be. I have to groom Nixie, y'all. This coming week, that dog, that giant schnauzer, has got such a thick coat on her, she's uncomfortable as heck. I left it longer because it's winter. She's so uncomfortable, so overheated right now. I have got, because she's got a few hot spots on her, I've noticed. I'm going to groom her either tomorrow or Tuesday. Probably Tuesday, since I'm cooking tomorrow. I don't think that grooming a dog and having dog hair on you and cooking lasagna probably go together. It might just be me. You know, it's like I always put my hair up. Brad knows, if I put my hair up, excuse me, it means business. It means either I'm hot, or I don't want to mess with it, or I'm going to be cooking. Usually, if he's hoping, I'm going to be out there cooking. Because I don't like to have a long red hair, any hair in my food. You know, but I got to groom that dog. I got to trim up Jelly Bean a little bit. I already did their nails. We did their nails this last week. Remember?
Yeah.
Somebody shooting off fireworks or gun. What is that?
I don't know.
You
Sounds
guys
like,
hear that?
almost sounded like a really badly tuned car.
Not that fast. But, yeah, so, yeah, and you cleaned their ears when I did. Remember I surprised them? If the dogs don't know I'm going to trim their toenails and stuff, and we didn't at that point in time, because we had been working back here, remember?
Mm-hmm.
We had been working back here, and we didn't know where the melatonin for the dogs was. So I couldn't give any to Jelly Bean, so I had to do a surprise thing on her. She doesn't know I have the toenail clippers, and I just kind of get her really mellow, and I do it real fast. It's okay. And,
That was a surprise ambush.
Charlie will just lay there, and you got to try to convince him to move. Nixie's pretty good, too. You know, but, so they got a mini groom. But, yeah, Nixie needs to be groomed badly. She's just uncomfortable as anything, you know. She's got the thickest dog coat. It's more like almost a chow. She's got that undercoat thing going, too. And don't come, you know, schnauzers are made to be groomed, so, you know. We used to try let it just be natural. That's the problem. So it's so thick, so she gets hot spots. And then she'll chew and chew and chew, you know. She's got a couple bare spots on her tail from doing that now. What you looking for?
Oh, I was just, I was missing one pill bottle, so.
I just gave you one though, babe.
I know, I've got.
Do you have
I've
an
got
extra one?
that
Okay.
I've got. I was just looking to try to see if I can find the one I was missing.
What is this one?
Those are my night pills, the pain pills.
I don't have the extra because I've been giving them all to you to put away. So, but you have enough?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
definitely.
we'll probably find it right after you. Is this one here? Is this a pill?
Yeah, that's another pain pill.
How many days did you miss?
One.
Of what?
Daytime.
Are you going to be beat now? Probably.
No.
Boom.
No, I'm sweet and innocent.
Actually, you're getting a lot better. We remind each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's another thing we do. I dropped one pill bottle down here. Anyway, when we do our pill bottle for that evening, even though we have, you know, in different, you know, we have our different pill organizers. And I'll take them out and I'll put them, N and D. Of course, you guys know what that means. And I'll leave them right here on my desk, so I have to see them. And we'll remind each other to take our stuff. I gotta take my Ozempic tonight. What else? It's been fiddle farting around, really. We ready to watch a movie. Like I said, I'm happy as a lark when I'm back here loom knitting with all the animals. Been really, really enjoying the dogs getting their extra treats. As I said, without them, they're all comatose. Because Brad just fed them, so after they get fed, their evening meal, they're all like, ugh. But they love those greenies. Mm-hmm. Thank you again, Carol. They just love them. And they love the pigskin stuff, which is a good alternative over the rawhide.
Yeah.
Jelly Bean can go through the little skinny ones. Man, the first time she got one, she'd never had one before, you could tell. And she was kind of not too sure, and then she started munching on it some and really liked it. Now she can go through those just like she's so happy when she's doing it, isn't she, hon?
Yes, she is.
She sits there, she got that between her two paws, and she is just, you see a grinning dog. She is just as happy as can be. She just loves them. In fact, they know where they're at. Brad has them over by his bed in a bag. And she'll come up on his bed and she keeps sniffing and she'll climb like right over his head and he's like, "You're using me, aren't you?" I'm like, yeah, she is. Good. Yeah. She knows I'm talking about her, right, Jelly Bean? She's like, "I can't talk to you now, I'm so tired." Yep. Nope. A lot of fireworks here last night.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I'm not going to hate on people that, that's their right to do. I know it scares the dogs. It scares ours too, but I'm not going to be hating on them. If I didn't have dogs, and if I was used to that, I probably would do it not think anything of it either. So, got to live and let live sometimes. I'm trying to work on that more. Look at this.
Yeah, pick your battles.
Pick your battles, but not your nose. And not your best friend's nose. So, what else we doing? Got anything to say?
Well, sometime this week I want to go down and get signed up for the senior center.
I do too.
And yeah.
I do too. I want to start swimming down there.
Yeah, I'm very eager to get into the weight room.
I want to see it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Is it?
Yeah. Because when we stopped there a year ago, they just put a whole bunch of new equipment. And
yeah, I remember that. I didn't see it that day.
You weren't feeling
wasn't feeling real hot.
No.
I think that was right before I ended up going back in the hospital that very last time.
Might have been.
I think so.
Yeah, it might have been.
I haven't been in the hospital in over a year.
I know. That's cool. That is very cool. And then there's something else. I know you already told them about us going to Aldi's.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
That was weeks ago.
Yeah, I know, but that's the way
I know what we can talk about, honey. We're going to do a no-spend January. And a lot of other YouTubers do this. I'm a big fan of Our Tribe of Mini, their YouTube channel. They're a large family, but these guys really work on saving money and doing things, in the home and stuff. It's better than some of the other family vloggers that you can tell that are just doing it for the money. These guys are not, and I really do like them. Brad even likes them. I like it because the mom does a lot of at-home stuff, like she'll make butter and she'll make yogurt and granola and all of that. It's very much, what I like to do. And if I had a big family, I would be.
Yes, you would.
Yeah, and we're not into granola now. We were, and I was when we were into it. I was making it, but now we still got a bag which has been 6 months.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're doing a no spend January, and that reminded me. It's like, yeah, So no spend January means you don't spend anything you absolutely don't have to. And that includes grocery wise. You go ahead and you use up what you have. And so you minimal, like if you need some fresh stuff, if you need that you don't have canned or frozen, if you need milk, of course, that kind of stuff. And I think that's a great way to kind of replenish not only your bank account, but to use up the stuff in your house that you know. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to do a no spend January. Spend as very little amount as possible. You know, it's a nice way to kind of track what you're spending, what you're not, where you're spending it at. You'd be surprised if you eat out a lot, how much money you drop that you don't even think about. Which we don't eat out very much at all. I mean, so much less than we used to years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to work on that. That'll be nice.
That's, you know, and I've been doing a lot more cooking, and we've talked about that.
We've been
before.
doing a lot more cooking.
Yeah, and
Like 1 week I'll cook a whole bunch, and he
Yeah.
won't cook hardly anything, and then the next week, without even us talking about it, he'll end up in the kitchen more. Unless it depends on how we both feel and stuff.
yeah,
If I don't feel good, I don't want to eat, really. I mean,
Mhm.
I'll eat, like, you know, soup
yeah,
and, you know, battle eat crackers.
yeah. Well, and a couple nights ago, both of us were really sick, and that was the night that you had soup, and
Mhm.
I think I had ramen.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
I think that was
and,
Friday night.
Yeah, you know, and you know, it's amazing. We've talked about it several times because um, years ago, and it actually hadn't been that long. I mean, less than 2 years ago. You know, I used to be able to eat a ton, and it
Mhm.
just anymore. I just
Yeah, we can't now. What we
yeah,
used to eat.
yeah,
And oh my God, if we used to eat, I mean, we're not teeny people. You guys know this, right? But if we used to eat the way we used to, and our metabolism slowed down the way they are now, I mean, Lord Almighty.
mm-hmm,
You know, your body can only take so much.
yeah,
And if I'd known, and I know this is an old saying, but if I had known the stuff I did to my body when I was younger, I was going to pay for it now. Yeah. Speaking of which, y'all know I try not to be real critical of people. Sometimes maybe it seems like I am, but I try really hard not to be. I try to be open-minded. But I tell you what, you guys heard me talk about these people before, the Shani and Rev. Don't go over and watch them because you only can watch them over on Twitch anyway. But if you type in Carrie, which is Carrie, and then Shani, Shanny, you'll get on Carrie's channel. We really like her. Brad and I both watch her. Sometimes her husband will get on there too. He must not like to be on camera either. And you know she doesn't like to be. You know, they watch her and they'll make comments, and then a lot of us in chat will too, even Brad. Okay, these people refuse to work, right? Rev has never had a job in his whole life. You guys have heard me talk about these people before. He beats the crap out of that youngest autistic boy. Got put in jail, thank goodness that the CPS took those kids away, you know, that are 15 and 13. They were so underweight, and the conditions were so horrendous in that house, you know. But they get on there, they refuse to work or anything, and every day, people, they are on there begging for money. For takeout food, for money for cigarettes, and yes, I'm a smoker, but if I couldn't afford them, I wouldn't be doing them, and for Delta 8. Anytime she's not getting her way, like the other day, she plays the cancer card. Now, she's not being diagnosed with any kind of cancer. She went to act like she had been, even though she had not an appointment, you know, for an oncologist or anything. So she can't work. He can't work 'cause he's got mental issues and stuff. There's at-home jobs you can get done. If we need the money, I'd be having me one of those. So would Brad. And everybody needs some help once in a while. But come on, every day, and these people keep sending them stuff. We watched yesterday. They got this humongous order of Chinese food. Somebody sent them. They ate it all. She did, basically. It's like, holy moly. I mean, now, I'm not going to lie. We would love to have some Chinese food. But Chinese food is not cheap. We get it once in a great while. Maybe every 3 to 6 months. Because, I mean, even for just the two of us, it's like $40. And granted, we're going to get like 4 meals each off of that. So, I mean, when you do that, it's like $5 a meal. But still, that's a treat, a big treat. But, I mean, and they got stuff given to them again today. Every blessed day, people, they get sent food. They get sent groceries. They get sent money. And he'll run down to the convenience store to buy the cigarettes and the Delta 8. They get money. They don't try to make it last either. Like the rest of us might be buying a bag of rice and a bag of dried beans to make stuff last a long time. No, don't worry, because they're just going to get on tomorrow and beg. And I don't understand why these people keep giving them money. It's like they wouldn't be on there begging every day if they weren't getting the money. They have done nothing but live off of people and use people. It's like, thank goodness those kids aren't there. But it's just infuriating, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that was, I mean, it's sad, but I found it kind of funny that Child Protective Services took the kids.
Thank goodness they did.
Yeah.
Those poor kids weren't going to school. They weren't, I mean, hygiene-wise and food-wise, I mean, they were no medical care, no anything. They were basically made to stay in a bedroom all the time and don't come in that room and bug her when she's doing a show, which was always. I mean, who gets their kids taken away and doesn't even be sad about it around Christmas time or the holiday time? And, she's more than happy to sit there and now they just watch videos and react or game. You get your kids taken away, you're right on there gaming like no biggie. I don't know. I try not to be real general, but those people that's a classic example of somebody who should have never been allowed to have children.
Yep.
But I'm happy for those kids because they were able to go together into a foster home. From what we know, the foster home seems to be really great. They're going to school. They're doing great in school. Of course, they're being fed on a consistent basis, having clean clothes, medical, doctors and stuff. A whole life. They're getting allowed to finally make friends. I mean, that's incredible. So, I'm really happy. Oh, and they haven't bothered to see the kids at all. She hasn't bothered to see the kids not one time. And they got taken away in June. At very end of May. Was it end of May or end of June? Somewhere in there. She's not bothered, and she won't take a drug test, so she could see him. Nice, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
I wonder what kind of psychological damage that had done to those children.
Well, the thing that...
It sounds like a gun to me.
It does. It is.
Somebody must have got something for Christmas or something.
Yeah. The thing that I was really, really surprised about was actually, I know... Crap. Throwing pills around.
Here you go.
Okay, I threw one in there. Thank you. The thing that I remember, I was sitting there with you watching one of their videos right after the kids got taken away, and she claimed that she called DFS and asked them to take the kids.
Yeah.
You know.
It was going to be like a little vacation, is what she said.
Yeah.
It could be like a little vacation so that she could get her medical stuff sorted out in her head and so that Rev could get his head sorted out. Rev never wanted those kids. He's made that very known. I tell you what, she picked He was in jail. She picked him over those kids. And that's when CPS came in and took him. Because, CPS was called and stuff when Rev got... okay, let me back up, because all of y'all might not know this whole story, is Rev beat up this... Rev and her were fighting. Then he goes in and he was mad and he beat up the youngest child. He kicked roundhouse the little boy, who was 13 but very underweight, very fragile and small, in the stomach and in the head. Still, she does nothing to call the police or anything. 3 days later, his big brother, who's 2 years older than him at 15, called the police. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. So once the police were called and he was hauled off to jail, CPS, of course, is then brought in. They were already saying, we want the kids taken to the hospital, we want them examined, why are they so underweight and everything. So they were always, and then she was already knew that if she took him back, when he got out of jail, she would lose those kids. Well, the only thing that she seems to appear to not be happy about is the fact that it cut down on her food stamp money. Other than that, she could care less. She didn't have to mess with, she wouldn't do anything with them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But, isn't that sad? But thank goodness those kids are out of there. Oh, it was on one of those, have you guys ever seen those glue pads? They're called, and it will lay down anything. It's just almost like a sheet of reusable glue. You can put it on stuff and then set something and it won't move anymore. It's almost like poster putty in a way. Anyway, we had one of those on our shared desk because Brad the other day asked me. I have this small rolling desk here, right? It's right in between our two beds. So he asked me, he had the audacity. Women, check this out. He had the audacity to ask me the other day if he could have one small corner of this desk. So I obliged. And I initially gave him a very small corner and I said, that's all you get. Well, now he's gotten, wow, that's got to be a gun. Maybe it's one of them airsoft rifles or something, you think? No? But anyway, now he's got a little more space. And I even gave you a corner of the nightstand now, too.
I know.
Well, you would have more, but we have books on there.
Yeah.
So anyway. See, you guys are lucky because if we don't do a video every day, then we miss you. And then we talk about all kinds of stuff. But don't ever, it's disgusting. It's just really disgusting, this whole thing with Reverend Shannon. I wish people would stop giving them money because they're never going to go out and get a job. They're never going to do anything like that because,
nope.
I don't understand. Being a mom was the best. I love being a mom. I totally did. Absolutely loved it. It's not for everybody, and it's not saying if you chose not to have kids or you didn't have children that you're less than. You're certainly not.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many women that I know and men that would make phenomenal parents that just are not able to. For whatever variety of different reasons, whether it's medical or just circumstantial. And then you have people like that. Where is the natural father? The natural father, like there's an unnatural father? I hate that. But where is the bio father? He's in prison. Because, he was into meth and everything else, dealing it. So, yeah, he's in prison. So, and her parents are dead now. So, Oh, here, I got you out these here alcohol-y.
Oh, okay.
I gotta use one, though, because to clean off my tablet. We did get screen protectors for the tablets, too. Because, Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, anyway, what was this? Is this empty or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know if you needed...
I don't know if I'm going to order any allergy. Looks like Claritin. It's a knockoff thing of Claritin you get through Amazon. I'm probably going to wait till spring a little bit more, you know? Be one less thing we have to buy right now. Because it's a no spend January, don't you know? So, you got to start somewhere, don't you know? Don't you know? So, it makes you really think about when you're doing a no spend. It's like, what do we absolutely really need to have, or could I use this instead? It's a good way to clean out your pantries and your freezers and realign your budget and go, okay, I think we're spending way too much on this, or I think we're spending way too much on that. You know, every family, you might, like, okay, I might go, you guys have seen me go through this, where I'll eat a lot of popsicle, sugar-free. I'll eat a lot of yogurt. I go through phases where I'm eating a lot of something, whether it's pretzels or whatever. My phase right now is not really anything too much, you know. I have like maybe 5 of the little Hershey Kisses a night. And Brad will too. That's only if we've done really well for that day, you know, and our numbers show it. Like this morning my number was 101 and yours was 107.
Yeah.
So, you know, our numbers are good. We test every morning. But, I don't have a phase really now, but you guys have seen me go through this, where I was going through a big broccoli phase for a while. I went through the cottage cheese phase. I've not been lactose intolerant that long, you know, but you go through these different phases, and then all of a sudden, we went through a graham cracker phase for a while. We could not keep those in the house. How many boxes do we still have left?
Oh, 6 or 7.
Yeah, and we've had them there for months now. I mean, they're not open, so that's all good. And, you know, once in a while we get a little bit of a sweet tooth or something, we'll have one. But,
and a pickle phase.
That was a long time ago, though. That was in the RV. I went through a big pickle phase. I mean, poor Brad buying gallon jars of the pickles. I mean, I was, yeah. You know, now I'm like, ugh. But, you never know what we go through. We went through the, pork rind phase for a while. Yep. We've gone through the pretzel phase a few times. You know. I go through, like, phase where I want tomatoes with everything.
Yeah, now you gotta kind of take it easy on how many tomatoes you eat.
Well, yeah, we got the classic older gut now, so, you know, it's like, ugh. Things I used to eat. I used to eat a lot of sour stuff. I used to eat a lot of sauerkraut, lemon juice. You know, I used to drink sauerkraut juice. I mean, yeah. And now it's like, no. My body hates sauerkraut with a passion. I still like it, but my body is like, oh, really? We're going to talk about this now. So, so, goals for 2023 is to keep getting healthier, to work on reducing and eventually quitting the smoking again. I'll do that in my own time, and yes, I know how bad it is for me, and all of that. But I figure I'm an adult, and I know how bad it is, and I've watched family members have great difficulty and die, and but I'm working on it. Keep exercising, getting healthier. That's about it.
Yeah.
I don't have any huge goals. I mean...
Yeah, we still have other things that we want to do to this place. I got to go through the secondary bedroom, and I got to get my...
That's what we call his old room now.
I got to get the my tools organized and set up. I've got a desk that Teresa bought. I need to put it together.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Bought it a couple of years ago, actually.
Yeah.
And
I want to use that for the heavier duty tools, like I've got a drill press, and I want to set it up on there. I've also have a scroll saw, which I'd like to set that up on the desk.
I don't think they can both hold that. I don't think that desk's big enough to hold those.
It is.
How do you know?
Because I have these psychotic powers.
Okay, well, when you're wrong, do I get a laugh?
Yeah.
No, I won't laugh.
You know, and...
you could be right, you could be wrong.
This is the first time since we left Wyoming where I really have an area where I can have all my tools.
Yeah.
And now I've got a lot more tools than I had.
You got to have an area to have your tools.
Yeah.
I mean, you just do.
Yeah.
You know.
but yeah, I want to get that. I want to get that all straightened up, and um, I want to do things. I want to do things more for me
Mhm.
because a lot of times, what I've been doing in the last year is I'm trying to make sure that that I do my fair share of the housework,
Mhm.
and
I
because
appreciate that.
when I was working full time, Teresa would do a bulk of the housework, and I'd do a little bit here and there. But now that I'm home, I definitely want to do my fair share. And
We talked about that, and I said, "When do I get to retire?" And he just kind of looked at me, and I said, "Well, you'll be in the housewife and stuff. And my
mhm,
job doesn't really ever change, but I was hoping that since you, were forced into early retirement because of your disability, that you would help, do part of the housework, and that way we could both be kind of,
mhm,
and she's been doing really well.
yeah, and you know, I mean, I'm hoping that this spring I'm getting down to a weight where I can start riding a bike again.
Hmm.
And I do miss it. I mean, there's nothing to me more exciting than go flying down a dirt path, and and I enjoy that so much, and I want to be doing that again,
Hmm.
and I
Gets those
do,
little legs pedaling, he's flying
yeah,
past me, and I'm hitting the brakes the whole way down because I'm not really all about that, and he's just flying. I'm like,
yeah,
I'll see you in an hour or two. I'll make it down there finally.
yeah,
He's like, okay, well, I'll have your new the brake pads waiting because
yeah, and
So we hope to get a used one,
yeah,
and a helmet.
and I want to do more. I want to get a fishing license. We've
Mhm.
been in North Carolina over 2 years, and I
Mhm.
haven't done any fishing in 2 years.
Mhm.
And I desperately need to get. I mean, there's something. I don't care if you're catching fish or not, and I've said this for as long as I can remember. But just getting there, um, out on the edge of a water, whether you're catching fish or not, it is so good for the soul,
Fresh.
and it just fresh.
I
And
can't. I can't let anything just drop. No,
no,
fresh.
it is so good for the soul, and it gives you an opportunity to recenter,
Mm.
and you get to do a lot of thinking,
Mhm.
getting your stuff together.
Makes your problem seem a lot smaller when you're sitting out there looking at a great expansion of water.
Yeah,
You
yep,
know, enjoying nature and all of its beauty.
yep,
You know,
exactly.
I want to get more involved in the local arts here in this area. While I drop all my pills on the floor,
Wow.
they were all yeah. But I want to get more involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of get my name out there and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We even thought about maybe doing some volunteering at the local theater because they always want artists and stuff because you help do backdrops
Yep.
and you can help with the makeup and be with my background and I can also help with the costuming and stuff. Since I can sew, and it would be a good way to meet people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would be a good way to meet people.
Yep.
You got to kind of network,
Yep.
but see, us older people, we all want to network in person.
Yep.
Oh Lord, I cannot figure out how. Usually, I see. Look at this. This is horrible. This is not a good center pole. Look what it's doing.
There you go.
There, finally. Wow, what a mess.
If you find that yarn winder, you know,
I've seen it somewhere. I did. I think
I
it's in craft room number 1, my craft room.
but yeah, if you find that yarn winder,
So you gotta get yourself a house and then decide you're gonna share a room again, but you can each have a craft room. See? Well then you have literally you're using one half of your house.
yep,
Which is okay though, because you know what? I have noticed that our electric bill is down. Our
yep,
electric bill is down by about $30 this month, even with running Christmas lights.
mm-hmm, cool,
So, because we're not running 2 TVs.
yep,
We're not heating all of the mobile home. We're heating part of it.
yeah,
Uh,
yep,
because we'll close those other rooms off.
yeah,
we're not, we use mainly one bathroom, except for if you're showering.
Mm-hmm.
We're just the lights and everything. So, and that way it's nice to be able to walk in the room and know that you left your whatever you're working on and nobody's messed with it. That's what I like about having, and I call it an art studio, but that's what I like having about that.
Yeah.
And, that way he knows that I'm not going to take, because I do have a lot of art supplies.
Yes, you do.
I mean, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, what other, do you have any other goals for yourself, honey, for this year?
No, like I said, I want to get back.
You're coming up on almost a year of your surgery.
Yeah.
You would be 2.5 months.
Yeah, Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they had to rebuild his whole socket and stuff. And they said it would take about a year to totally, So he's coming up on that.
Yep.
And
which is very, very thrilling.
We're hoping we can make some money. We still would like to go on a cruise. I don't think we're ever going to be able to afford to really go to Hawaii, as much as we would love to.
Yeah.
So probably our best bet would be, a short cruise, and that would be wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go someplace tropical, someplace.
Yeah.
Experience some different things.
Yeah, you've never really done that.
No, I have never done that. I've never been out of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to get a passport and all that.
Yeah.
So then whether that happens this next year or 3 years from now, it'll happen when it's supposed to happen.
Yep.
So that's about it. Like I said, I want to continue to drop some weight and to get healthier and to exercise more, keep my diabetes under control, and just keep making and donating and trying to be, a decent friend to people and but all doing things that are good for me, where the friendship is a two-way street and stuff, and not just, I have a tendency to want to help people too much at the cost of myself. Mm-hmm. Brad and I are both that way.
Yep.
So, but that's about all we really got going on.
Uh-huh.
I just mainly want to come on here and say hi to all you guys and Happy New Year. And, like I said, whether you're doing a big Thanksgiving, we're going to do Thanksgiving now. See, I want to get the time of the year correct. The seasons and stuff. But whether you're doing a big New Year's Eve day dinner and stuff, or if you're just doing kind of like it's another day, we kind of treat it basically like it's another day. It's just a good time to kind of reflect and reset and all that wonderful stuff. So, anything else? Okay. All right, well, I'm going to get off here, and Happy New Year to you guys. Remember that we love you guys, and we do cherish your friendship so very much. And I think you guys are awesome. And please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your friends if you think we're somebody they might enjoy. Sometimes you'll get videos from me. Sometimes you'll get videos from Brad. We are going to pick back up on the true crime. We're going to have to sit and think about how we want to do this, and we'll announce that later this week. This week we won't be picking it back up because this is Recenter Week. We call the first week in January our Recenter Week. It's kind of how we want to set in motion, hopefully, how to do the rest of the thing. Oh, yes, and I did color my hair. I know you guys have been sitting there noticing, going, I wonder if she colored her hair. Actually, Brad colored my hair. Well, I was there, too.
You were, yeah.
And I did help some.
Yes, you did.
But, yes, he's getting pretty good at it. So, yes, we colored all the grays and stuff. So, I hope you guys are having a great time. And, did I forget to say anything?
Bye, Brad.
As always, you guys say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.